Review and adjust. The Review and Adjust tab in Prep for Taxes is where the accounts are reviewed and finalised from a single screen. In this section, we'll see how Natasha reviews Zippy Electrical and Data Services data and makes any adjustments to the accounts. Let's take a look at this Review and Adjust workspace. You can see from the right-hand side, you've got the option to view as default or as a trial balance. You have the print icon where you can print these particular accounts. As you can see, that didn't take too long at all to come up automatically for you and print. You have the Settings tab where you can reorganise the workspace. As you can see, we had chosen year 2023 when Natasha selected that, and it gives you the option of comparing to year 2022, but you need to also review percentage change if you want to, or a dollar change if you want to, and as well as reviewing the adjusting entries, which we will leave as is. You can run the report option and export it out as Excel. As we go down, you can see that the accounts are all listed under the Accounts column. You can see that's broken down to the balance sheet, and then we have the profit and loss further down the list. It gives you the columns of 2023 and 2022, which is the previous year. As per the settings of the reorganised workspace, we've kept the percentage change and dollar change. We also have any adjusting entries column. So if there's any adjusting entries, that's where they will be found. And under the Actions column, you can see that you don't have any actions as yet. But if we go to the left-hand side and under Assets with the arrow to the right, open that up and you can see you have a whole different area that you can review and make adjustments to. So let's take a look at this, shall we? So from the left-hand side, you have the review area where you can see the status ticks. And you can see that's actually been prepared by Natasha. And if we've selected this particular status, it'll mark as reviewed. So let's mark as prepared and mark as reviewed for Damien Clearing account. And we'll do the same, mark as prepared and office equipment and software. And as we go down, you can see the date that it was prepared by and who it was prepared by. Now, that is the balance sheet, as you can see, and if we go down to the income, you can do the same for the income and the profit and loss as well. So as you can see, we have the balance sheet, profit and loss. This is where on the right-hand side under the Actions column, this is where you can make an adjustment. So you make an adjustment, you can add a note and add an attachment again as well. Please note, and let's take a look at East Bank Business Account. We have the glider clip where it lets us know that we have two attachments. So if we click on the two attachments, on the right-hand side, it will come up and let us know that we've got an attachment for East Bank statement, which we know because we uploaded previously. And also we have the link, which we did previously. So you can review any one of these at any time, and if you need to, you can delete, and you can also download the PDF as well at the same time. And you can also upload from this particular area if you need to. Now here we also have a comments area where in the comments you can see that if I go down to inventory asset, it's got a little yellow icon in this particular comments field. So let's open that up and you can see someone has actually typed up a memo for us, and it was Ali, our other team member, where she said confirmed stock take of parts was completed and that figures reflect closing stock as at 30th of June. And she also reviewed and said stock take figures confirmed as $2,205. So this is quite handy if you have a team and you can easily liaise within all the team, and you can see that this is the correct figure that Ali reviewed for the 2023. So to type in our note, all that we need to do, and let's just click the memo icon there, and we'll just say we've typed in bank statement provided by client as a PDF and also a link as at June 30. And all you need to do is click post. And you can see that it's actually been typed up by Natasha. You can edit and you can delete if you need to. And then when the other team members go into the review and adjust, they'll also see the notes. And now that Natasha's reviewed Eastbank, she can actually mark that as reviewed. Now let's just open up. You can see you can open up all the assets, the fixed assets, current liabilities, non-current liabilities. And as we get to the non-current liabilities, we actually see a note. It's highlighted in yellow. So let's take a look at this. And it's the director's loan. And Ali's actually typed up for us, pick up interest on loan from Damien. So let's take a look at how we actually do that. So as we go across, drop down box, make an adjustment. So this is an easier way. So it's one less thing that we have to remember at the end of the year. So this is our journal entry, and you can see it's already selected is adjusting journal entry. Now, please note, this is only found when you're logged in as an accountant user as an adjusting journal report. Please note the journal entry date has automatically gone to the end of that financial year, and Natasha completes the journal for the interest expense for Damien. So Natasha completes the interest expense, as that's what we're picking up as extra interest expense, and then the director's loan. And all you need to do is save and close. Now that Natasha processed the journal, she'll just type back a note in here. So she's added in her memo, processed journal as at June 30th, 2,600, interest expense and director's loan, Damien as an adjusting journal. She'll post that. And you can now see that we have Ali's original note and Natasha's. Now that that's done, we'll just scroll up to the top. And once a journal has been processed, it is not posted yet, as a pop-up screen to approve that journal entry will appear, as you have to approve it first. So Natasha knows that it's correct because she processed that journal. So she's going to accept that change, and the adjusting journal has been done, as you can see under the column of adjusting entries, 2,600. So by doing this process, you can see that this adds an additional level of control as well as separation of duties within the firm. So now that Natasha has completed that, she'll just select the status as mark as prepared. She's actually done the review process as well, so she's quite happy to do that. And as we've stated before, that it can be two different people that reviews one and prepares the other. So it just depends on your firm and your processes. Now that Natasha has completed all the reviews and done the adjustments, she's now ready to export the reports to Excel. But before she does that, so before anything changes, what she will do is under Tools, she's going to lock this particular period down. As you can see, we're going to lock and close our books. So let's select Lock and Close the Books. So you can choose the lock date, which will be the 30th of June 2023, and you'll save. Now that you're ready to do that, you can actually export the report to Excel. So export as Excel. Here is the Excel. You can see it didn't take long at all. Here it is here, and you can see I can just make it that little bit bigger. And there is the balance sheet So this is quite handy if you need to take it out of this particular review area and work on your changes as well. You can enable the editing and you'll be able to change your data as required. So I'll just drop that down. So that Excel file, along with any URL links, will be found on the Excel spreadsheet as well as the documents that we attached. So it's a useful work paper backup that can be stored and held elsewhere as added security. Now that we've completed that part, we're ready to export our data to Lodgit, which is QuickBooks Tax. So let's choose Export to Lodgit. And as you can see, it's exported into the Lodgit and we're ready to complete end of year financials. So the return can be finalised and sent for electronic approval and lodged. So for more information about QuickBooks Tax powered by Lodgit, this is covered in greater detail in the QuickBooks Tax powered by Lodgit course. So please review that at the earliest time. Now, through the magic of training, the return for Zippy Electrical and Data Services has been finalised, and Natasha receives notification that Damien has signed the return and is ready for lodgement. Natasha then returns to the year-end tasks, and she's actually completed most of these. So let's go through and we'll just select Done. So she's reviewed and done the adjustments. She's exported to Lodgit. She's reviewed the return. She's done the final post back adjustments if required. So I should complete that. Done. She sent it to Damien for signing. So you can see Natasha's been awfully busy. She's reviewed the signed return and she's also lodged. Well done, Natasha. And she's also added in the TPAR lodgement review, as you know previously. And all she had to do with that one is confirm that TPAR has been successfully lodged, which she did when she lodged that return. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose Done on that one as well. The review and adjust area in Prep for Taxes streamlines the accounts preparation process by displaying the current and prior year information on a single screen, as well as enabling the adjustments to be made on the spot. With the end of year accounts completed and the tax return lodged, all that is left for Natasha now is to prepare the financial statements.